Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Catherine and today we're going to be talking about discerning God's will and a prayer that just will completely change your life. When I was growing up at my home parish, we did not get a lot of vocations to the priesthood, and during a homily one day, the priest asked us to pray, God, please let me be what you want me to be. He specifically wanted us to pray this for our vocation, whether it be to the priesthood, the convent, being a wife, a mother, a parent, a husband, father. That's what he wanted us to pray. I will never forget this prayer because I use it almost every day and for almost every major life decision. Even today when I was creating this video, I just said, God, please let me say on this video what you want me to say. I used this prayer to pick out what college I was going to. I do believe that this is the one college that I had to go to just set me up to do God's will for many years down the road. When I first toured my college, I literally cried because the college was so perfect, but it didn't have what I wanted. It was 20 minutes from my parents' house, so I was gonna have to commute. I wasn't gonna get the full college experience by dorming, and it wasn't a Catholic college. I went to secular public school my whole life. I have never been to a Catholic school, and I thought college would be the one opportunity to go to a Catholic school and have that really cool, awesome experience of having a church on campus. Oh, I thought it would be so great. But I ended up going to a very, very good state public school, and I ended up commuting. So I didn't get that full college experience, especially the one I was expecting. But you guys, I was praying, God, please let me go to school where you want me to go. And let me tell you, I grew so much in my faith at that secular school. I really dove into Newman Center and the Focus Missionaries. I learned so much about the Catholic Church and about my faith. And it was absolutely 100% the right school for me to go to. And it just worked out. Fast forward to picking my major and what type of job I would like to have. I just prayed, God, please let me be what you want me to be. And you know what happened? I ended up working for a company that I absolutely loved. It went out of business. I worked for another company, prayed again, God, please let me be where you want me to be. Please let me be what you want me to be. That went out of business, and now I'm at a third company. I think I'll be sticking around here for a while, but still, I know at those first two companies and at this one right now, I was able to be that Catholic girl with Jesus on her desk. I did have a little Jesus picture on my desk when we were not working remotely. And people knew me as the girl who would go to church during lunch, go to daily mass sometimes during lunch. They knew that was me, and they know on Ash Wednesday and on Good Friday not to bother me because I'm fasting and I'm in a cranky mood. It's great. I loved being that Catholic girl at work, and that was my way of evangelizing. Of course, I wasn't using my words. You know, I would always say, if you guys want to ever go to church with me, open invitation, but I wasn't trying to hammer my faith down, of course. I just was showing them how happy I am. They would ask me, what are you doing this weekend? I go, oh, I got some Catholic events I'm going to, and be able to talk about my faith in that way. And just, it was incredible. I absolutely loved it. And I know that is where God wanted me to be, even though it was such a pain. The companies went out of business, but I like to think of it as I got laid off twice before I was 25 years old. But you know what? That is okay. That is where God wanted me to be. That is the trials that he wanted me to go through, and I am so grateful to that, and I am a better person because of it. Fun fact about me, I did not have my first boyfriend until I was 23 years old, and that is okay because I've had many boyfriends since and dated many people since. But when I was discerning my first boyfriend, I prayed to St. Anne. We could do another video on that. But I also just prayed, God, please let me be with whom you want me to be with. And although I did not marry that boyfriend or my second one or my third one or my fourth one or any of the guys I dated, I know that I was meant to be with those people for that amount of time because I was praying, God, please let me be with whom you want me to be with. I mean, that first boyfriend and some of the others, I grew in my faith every single time. Not all of them were practicing Catholics, but still, just I learned about different prayers. Some of them were, so we'd be praying novenas together, we'd be going to mass together. It was just beautiful experiences. I don't have a single bad boyfriend that I'm upset completely that I ever dated, because I truly believe I was doing God's will because I was just, God, please let me be with whom you want me to be with. And as a single person right now, I am praying again, God, please let me be with whom you want me to be with. Another thing about dating, I don't believe in soulmates, right? I don't believe that there's one person out there that you're supposed to end up with. But I do believe that there are certain people who will help you get into heaven more than others. There's certain people that you will have more chemistry with and more in common with than others. And you just got to pray, God, please let me be with whom you want me to be with. This prayer also came in handy when I was ready to move out of my parents' house and I needed a roommate and a place to live. So I said, God, please let me live with whom you want me to live with, God, please let me live where you want me to live. So I ended up living in a city that was not my first choice of the city, but I live very close to where all my friends live. It's still walking distance, a little bit of a walk, but it's still walking distance. And it's a beautiful building and a much lower price than if I were living in the city I wanted to live in. And it's absolutely just, I have these incredible views of New York City. I'll show you guys right here. I'm so happy here, and I know that this is where God wanted me to be, to just bring more people to the Catholic faith or let them grow in their Catholic faith. I love that at my local parish, I am able to run the young adult group, and I'm so on fire for God right now, you guys. I love running young adult events. I love just asking people at church, hey, do you want to come to this young adult event, and growing in fellowship and community and growing in our faith. Also, I have had trouble with roommates in the past. I'm very happy with my current roommate. She's awesome, but I've had a few roommates, and I was just like, oh God, why did you want me to live with this person? It's so difficult. But you know what? I prayed so much for that person. I've grown so much in my faith, and it's just been helping me so much. These trials, suffering, it's horrible, but it can help us. The cross is not negotiable. So I know those roommates that I had difficulty with, I was meant to live with them because I was meant to pray for them. And I'm sure those prayers benefited them so much because I did see a change when I was praying for them. And it was just beautiful to see them soften. And it's really incredible, guys, what prayer does. But you've just got to trust in God that He has been putting you where you're meant to be. And it helps when you pray this prayer. But you can really relate this prayer to anything. I mean, God, please let me go on vacation where you want me to go. Please let me go on the pilgrimage if you want me to go on it. When I do young adult events, I give these events to Jesus and Mary, and I just say, Mary, this is your event. Please invite whom you want to invite. That way, you know what? I do campaign for my young adult events. I rely on Mary and Jesus to put it on my heart through this prayer to find ways to reach out to people to come to the events. And we get great attendance. I totally love it. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. You have no idea how much I appreciate it. If you could give it a thumbs up and let me know in the comments below if you have used a prayer similar to this before, if you have any advice for discerning God's will in these major decisions. I'd love to hear what you say and just create this community. And if you could subscribe so I can keep creating content like this, I'm so excited. I'm praying for you all. Love you. Bye. Are we feeling the natural hair, by the way? Also, finally got a tripod, so now that's why you can see all 4 chairs over here, because I don't have the phone on a chair today.